Good morning. How's everybody this morning? Just woke up, feeling good. Still bummed about the upside down cake. It was not right. I didn't do this. I messed it up somehow. I'm just not sure how I messed it up. I'm gonna go ahead and have some Starbucks. And because I'm having a small cup of coffee, I'm going to split it in half. I'll have another cup of coffee later. So we'll get 2 cups out of this, I hope. Tea kettle seems a little quiet. I don't get it. Like it starts and then it stops. So I might need to buy a new one. Maybe. I'm gonna use this till it dies, obviously. Okay, so I'm gonna do half. So I kind of just make a little line where I want it, the coffee to stop coming out. And I take a little bend. I bend it a little bit so I can pour out what I've. And now I have maybe just a little tad bit more there. And then I have that much for another cup. Making it last. Oh yes. Okay, I'm going to put that right there so I can see it. So, had a head cold a couple days ago and only lasts for the day. So I felt better about 5:30. And then yesterday I was really busy. I did doctor's appointments, stuff like that. And then I started coughing again. And like the cough was only gone for like a week and then here it is back. So I am a tad bit congested. I had an asthma attack last night before I went to bed, right as I was laying down. I got through it. It was not a big deal. It was just a little one. I don't usually have big ones unless I'm really sick. So. But I do have asthma. When I got into the car accident in 2014, I had a collapsed lung, and that's why they put me on it. And then I've had kind of just mini asthma attacks. I've had a couple of bad ones, but I've gotten through them. And the inhaler that I have, it makes me angry if I continuously use it. So I only use it when I absolutely have to. And got a little bit of a piece of lint in my mouth. Pray for my pillow. I was like munching on my pillow in my sleep. No, I'm kidding. So I hurt so bad all the way around. I don't know why. I mean, I know why, but it didn't hurt like this last time. So I'm like, I never had a breast exam until like a week before the car accident was my first breast exam of my whole life. And if I didn't have that done, I could not have proved my boobs were so damaged. Because where's the proof it wasn't like that before? Oh, well, I just so happened to have a breast exam a week ago. Huh. So there you go. Proof right there. Why I decided to go in and have a breast exam, I'm not sure, but I think the universe was telling me, cover your booty, go have a breast exam. Because the long-standing damage from that is that I have lumps in my boobs that won't ever go away. They're not cancerous, but they won't ever go away unless I go in and surgically remove them. So every year I go in and have my breast exam, and every year they come in and they're so happy that I don't have cancer in my boobs. Okay, that's awesome. I'm glad. Don't get me wrong. I am so ecstatic that I don't have cancer in my boobs. I had an aunt that died of breast cancer, but there's only one person in my whole life, in my family, that has died, and it wasn't of cancer. So, but that's not my story to tell. If I ever talk to my sister, I will ask her if I can tell that story. But I don't know. She does not talk about it very often. It was a very hard time for her. I just don't want to say something and then have her get on here, watch my video and go, why would she do that? You know what I mean? So if I talk to her anytime soon, I will ask her. Until then, it is her story, not mine. But I can tell you that my mother had 4 daughters. I was the youngest. And we each have 2 children. The oldest, she's 8 years older. She has a son and a daughter. Or the daughter was born first, then the son. Then my next oldest sister had 2 children as well. She had a son and then a daughter. And then my next oldest sister also had 2 children, a daughter and then a son. And when I was pregnant with my 2 children, I begged God. I said, oh, God, please don't give me a boy. I just don't think I can handle a boy. I think that he will just be too rambunctious for me to handle. So I begged and I begged and I begged and I pleaded for girls. And I had 2 girls. So I was very happy to raise girls. It was really probably the best time I ever had in my whole life. My first daughter was born in 1984, and my second daughter was born in 1995. So they were 11 years apart. And I absolutely loved being a mother from day one. And it was hard for me to understand how other people could have kids and not love them. Is that really a thing? Why? I thought it just came automatically. You know. Of course, I didn't think there was. I lived in a bubble for many, many years. Many, many years. And I don't think that's not a bad cup of coffee. I think I may have, yeah, something. I did something right. But when I was growing up, I think because my sisters and my mom, my stepdad, they didn't think that I was very smart. They probably they felt that I was very slow, very, very slow. So when I went into school and stuff, the teachers agreed that I was a slow learner, and I agree, I'm a slow learner, but once I learn, I know it. It's like, it may be harder for me to learn it or take longer for me to learn it, but I can learn it. It's not like I'm so stupid I can't learn it, right? So that's what they thought for many, many years, and I didn't tell them any different, but inside I thought, no, I'm not that stupid. No, I'm not that stupid. So when I went in to have the testing done to see why I'm not learning, I wasn't learning because I was in my bubble, not paying attention. That's the only reason I wasn't learning, is because I was not paying attention. So when I went in to have the tests and stuff, I did have a learning language disability, absolutely. Reading, writing, all of that took longer than my artistic and my math. But you have 2 separate sides of your brain running those things. So the side that had the reading, writing, learning, science, and all that was very slow, way slowed down. I don't know, maybe I got a head injury as a child or something, I don't know. But, and then my other side, the artistic, the math, the this, and that. Um, and I think language is on that side. Yeah, I soared. It was, so I went in to have the testing done to see why I wasn't learning. I wasn't learning because I didn't want to learn. I was like, whatever, I'm not paying attention. I'm looking, but I'm not hearing. I used to sit there and watch the teacher and nod my head yes all day long and not learn a damn thing. And I think the teachers just thought I was a rebellious child. I wasn't rebellious. I just looked at the world in a different light, I guess. But so when I had the testing done, they did a lot of the right side brain testing. And I'm just gonna, I don't know which side is which, but so I'm going to assume the right side is, because I'm left-handed, is learning language, you know, all that science and whatnot, right? And then the left side is the math and stuff. So once they got done with all the reading, writing, science, language, all that, and then they did the artistic and the math testing, I tested very, very high. So the guy was telling, I must have been around 12 when I was going from the 6th grade to the 7th grade is when they were like, hello, is anybody in there? You know? And I'm like, yeah, why? What's up? But so I had the math testing and I tested very, very high. He could show me flashcards with a number on it, and I can recite 18 of those just off of my memory. And he's like, wow, you have an astounding memory for numbers. I said, yeah, I like numbers. Yeah, a child. And he's like, wow, I don't think I've ever had anybody your age remember 18 in a row. I said, well, you were showing them to me and I was remembering them, and then you asked me the numbers and I sent them back to you. And I thought, it's not a big deal, you know. Can I go home now? I don't want to be here, you know. But so they took me, my mother took me there, but then I didn't see her the whole time I was being tested. I didn't see her at all. And I was kind of getting worried. Like, where's my mom? Where's my mom? So, and then after, it lasted a couple of hours. And then afterwards, of course, she was there to pick me up. But she wasn't there. She was not there. She had dropped me off and left. Yeah, dropped me off and left me. But you know, as a child, you don't understand things, right? But as a mom, she probably was like, yeah, so I'm just going to drop her off, and how long is this going to take? And then I'll be back. And I'm assuming when she left, I got these tiny little hairs up here that just stand straight up. They drive me nuts. But, so I'm assuming when she left, because the location of where I was, she could just go up 2 blocks and get that food bank right there and get that government cheese that we used to get. And so she mentioned something like that, that she was going to try to get cheese today. And so that's what she did when she was gone. But she was right there when I was done to pick me up. Yeah, she didn't. I didn't wait. I remember going out of the school because the gentleman testing me made me feel so. I'd never felt so smart in all my life. I'm being tested for a disability. So yeah, and I think because of that, as I learned, people just thought I was slow, and I was in some aspects, but not in others. So when I decided that, you know what, screw this, I'm just going to teach myself, and I read the newspaper every single day, front to back. If I couldn't finish it in one day, I would just finish it or set it aside and take the new paper, whatever. I would just read out of the paper on a daily, every day, all day long. And I was teaching myself, and I had the newspaper, and the newspaper, my dictionary, and they went hand in hand. They were rubber band together. A lot of the times I would just wrap the newspaper around the dictionary, and have my little rubber band around there. But yeah, it's a crazy world. Sometimes kids are not as stupid as you think they are, and that's a lot of that is truth. Anyways, I am wondering. So, I have to apologize to everybody on my channel by saying, and I'm very sorry that the Thanksgiving was the 26th. It is not. Okay, so my husband told me it was the 26th. Well, as Thursday, the day we are now currently in, had been approaching, today is the 17th. And I'm like, how is it that next Thursday is Thanksgiving, but it's on the 26th? Something's not adding up there. I said, babe, you check your calendar and tell me what day Thanksgiving is. And he goes, I told you, it's 26th. I said, please check your calendar. Because I was downloading, so I couldn't. If I start downloading off my, out of my gallery, or uploading to YouTube, and I exit out of that upload, it'll stop. Or if I'm editing, it will stop. Not if I'm uploading, but if I'm editing. So I'm in the middle editing, and I'm like, 20. So I'm like, 26th? You just said Thanksgiving was the 26th? And he's like, yeah. I said, check. Because that's what he had told me, and that's what I told you. That's what I said to you. Like, the 26th is so many days away, and blah, blah. And then I'm like, Thanksgiving's on Thursday. It's always on a Thursday. That can't be the 26th. So he looked it up. It is the 24th. So next Thursday, the 24th. So today is Thursday, the 17th. And so we have 7 days from today to get our crap together and come up with a good Thanksgiving meal. All the ingredients needed. I'm going shopping today, even though my husband's check did not come yet again. I don't understand. Payday is today. Why are they always late? Okay, so I thought I was talking to my friend. I invited her over. She's not going to be coming. She's got other plans now. Other plans with her new best friend. It's fine with me. She'll come back. Just give her time. I'm the friend that always comes up in last place. She calls me her best friend, but then... Yeah. Okay, so not sure what I did with my menu and my shopping list. I thought maybe, because I was thinking, where did I put that? And I thought, well, maybe I put it in my book. Well, I'm not. Oh, wait. This might be it. No, it is not it. I don't know what I did with it. It's got to be around here somewhere, right? Didn't it gotten up and walked away on its own? My book is falling apart, so I don't want to just pick it up and shake it like I normally would for any recipes inside. It doesn't look like there's any loose recipes in here. Yeah, I don't know. I used to have another cookbook that had pouches in the front and the back that you could put these loose recipes in. Okay, so there's the ribs. Oh, here's probably my S page. Let's see. Oh dear, part of it's missing. Oh dear, look at that. That is my S page. So, salmon pate is on this page. That's funny. Okay, so I'm just going to fold it in half like that. Chicken taquitos. Chicken teriyaki. It's garlic flour, veggie stock, broccoli, spices, 8 ounces. Oh, broccoli cheddar soup. Looks good. Doesn't have a name on it though. Instructions for. I have no idea because it's not named. I have to look at the and see what I can think of. Oh, look at this pumpkin pie. Famous pumpkin pie. Famous pumpkin pie. I'm making a pumpkin pie, so I'm going to leave that out. And then I won't have to look in the book for it. I'm not seeing it. There's the rest of my page, my S page. It's not it. That's not it. I have no idea what's going. I really, honestly, I don't know. I think maybe I put it in the last meal somehow. I don't know. It just disappeared off the. I probably threw it away, unfortunately. Wait, here we go. This might be it. No, twice baked potato, salmon pate, tortillas, yeah. I wrote that down so I could just type it in there. Salmon, chives, chopped bell peppers, lemon pepper seasoning, dill, parsley, okay, that sounds like salmon pate. 3-bean salad. I'm not sure I should keep that recipe because it was off that can of that nasty ass salmon. Who would ever eat that? Like, it's probably the kind of salmon that companies buy and put in soup or something. Can't even get the bones out. Oh, I couldn't even get the bones out. Okay, well, it's not in here, and I thought for sure it would be. I need to buy a new book. Get a folder or something. All the back pages are coming out. I should store it like this, upside down. They don't even have those anymore. Betty Crocker Low Fat Cooking and Betty Crocker Hollow. They don't have those. I never see those anywhere. Okay. We got $10 off the DoorDash. I said, well, we should give them to the guy 2 doors down. He eats DoorDash every night. Oh, I just found it. I am such a doofus. Here we go. I found it. I'm so glad because I was worried about it. Like, man, I spent an hour on this yesterday. Okay. So, my final menu. I'm adding one more. I thought, what am I missing? Yeah, that's, and you know those little dishes that you just put olives or cranberry sauce. Okay, so I'm gonna get a can of olives. My husband doesn't like them, but I do, so I like to have them on the table for Thanksgiving. That's what I like. Okay, so we are gonna go with the 13-pound turkey. It's in the freezer still. I'm gonna take it out probably 4 days prior to make sure it's thawed. It probably will only take 3 days to thaw, but one more day in the refrigerator isn't gonna make or break the turkey. You know what I mean? Well, it might break the turkey, but it's not gonna be bad or anything. Okay, so, and gravy, I am going to use the Kinder's bone broth gravy, roasted turkey, and I've never had it, but every person I've talked to about it says it's delicious. So it's delicious. I trust those people. Okay, so then we have that. Mashed potatoes. We got fresh tomatoes. Fresh tomatoes. Fresh. Oh God, please. Okay. Rewind. Start over. Fresh potatoes. I could finally say it right. So we got potatoes for the mashed potatoes. The turkey is in the freezer. We're going to do the green bean salad. I wanted to get some fresh green beans and roast them. However, my husband wants the green bean salad. So that's what we're going to go with. We're going to do stuffing. I have 2 different kinds of stuffing. I'm going to go get them. I'll be right back. Okay, so Um, I'm going to, and I have cornmeal as well. So I'm gonna make some cornbread. There's that. And traditional in our family. I'm not making a collard greens this year. I just don't feel like them. And my husband didn't like them, so. They usually go to waste because I make them and then I only eat 1 or 2 servings and then they're done. And I'm not gonna do that this year. So we got onion soup and dip mix. So we got some French onion dip. I think that's what this is. Expired in March, but I mean, value size 3 pouch pack. So I haven't even used any of it, but I'm sure it's still good. It's March of 2022, so it's only 6 months past. I'm gonna try. If I make it and it doesn't taste right, I won't use it. But some things usually like can go past their expiration date, especially like powder packets. Okay, so this is the first stovetop stuffing, turkey. This is the kind I've always kind of used. And then, so I bought this the other day, and I bought this one here, and this one's like so much bigger. Look at the size difference. Right? And so I'm like, traditional stuffing. Look at this here. Slow cooker recipe. Free up your oven, right? Slow cooker recipe. I wonder what's inside here. I'm going to open it up because I think this is the one I'm going to use. Now, if I botch this one, I have a backup, right? Just do some easy oven or stovetop method type thing. I might do the slow cooker on this one though. Oh, I swear to, if I open this thing and it's nothing but a bag of croutons, I'm going to be pissed. Are you effing kidding me?